Yeah, guys. Welcome back, guys, to Son of the Halloween Marathon. Day. What day is it? Day 9. Guys, it's already the 9th of October. Damn, this month's going by fast already. Guys, day 9 of the Halloween Marathon. And, guys, you already know. Always just nothing but random old stuff. So today's super fire one, and this is something old school, and of course because we're only doing old school stuff, right? But this is this is in the mid 50s already. This is I guess shout out to Cece who pointed out to me that I'm always talking stuff about the context of this and the context of that. But I feel like when you watch old stuff, if you don't know the context of stuff, it's like you don't appreciate it as much. Like you have to know the historical context. You know what I mean? But like, the 30s and 40s, like basically it was like fucking Karloff and Lugosi were the kings, and then like in the 50s, all of a sudden you had like there's like all right, there's a new fucking king of horror in town, and and this show is amazing, guys. If you've never seen the show, What's My Line? It's basically, it's like, there's a panel of 4 people. A person comes out, a contestant comes out, and like, it's like they have like a wacky job or something, and then the panel has to try to figure out what they do just by asking questions. Is it this? Do you work in this? Is it blah blah blah? And then they have to figure it out, But they would always do, every episode, they would have the mystery guest, and they would be blindfolded because it'd be a famous person. And yeah, let's get into this, guys. What's My Line? Guys, if you've never seen What's My Line, go look up What's My Line. Just watch a full episode of it. It's so good. There's 4 episodes on YouTube. It's so good, guys. It's so good. They would always have they would always swap out the 4th like panelist. It'd always be like the celebrity of the week panelist, because it was always Bennett Cerf. He was like the founder of Random House, which is now like the biggest publishing company in the world. It's crazy. It's so crazy. He just started it, and then they became the biggest one. That's crazy. And then Arlene Francis, who also she was in a movie with Lugosi. If you guys ever seen, or who knows, maybe we'll watch. Who knows what we might watch? Who knows if we'll watch? Let me not even say it, because we'll probably end up watching it. But she was in a movie in 32 with Lugosi. So that's extra Halloween tie-in, I'm just saying. And an extra Halloween tie-in, just in terms of creepiness, is the third always their panelist was Dorothy Kilgallen, she was a journalist, and she became famous like for doing like a Broadway, like a column about like Broadway, like in New York, right? And she was like the biggest like columnist like of like Broadway, and then but she would write about other stuff too. And like after the Kennedy assassination, she started writing about the Kennedy assassination, all crazy about it, and she didn't believe a lot of the stuff, and she was like skeptical about a bunch of stuff. And then when the Warren Commission got together, and then they put out the report, and then she would like tear it apart like in the papers, and then like one day she just mysteriously died. And they say that she overdosed, that it was an accidental overdose, but everybody who knew her said she never took drugs ever. She would hardly ever drink once in a great while. And supposedly, when they did the toxicology report during the autopsy, she was like found with like a bunch of like barbiturates and alcohol. And they said like she would hardly ever drink, and she never would ever take drugs ever. So it's one of those things. It's a creepy conspiracy. Like, did they kill her? Did the government kill her because she was? I don't know. Rest in peace to all of them. They're all gone. But anyway, guys, let's get into this just to tie it in a little bit, context, but also, the Halloween, Random House. I'm sure they post a lot of horror stuff. Arlene Francis literally was in a fucking Lugosi movie, 32, a horror movie. You know which one. Come on, guys, I gotta say it. Dorothy Kilgallen, she got killed because of the Kennedy. Guys, some creepy shit, but guys, the point is, let's go into this. Let's watch this. This is in the 50s already, guys. And there's a new king of horror in town, as you will be able to tell by the applause. Guys, from when was this? When does this air? Guys, December 16th, 1956.
And now, in just a moment, we'll meet tonight's mystery. We come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which I've asked my friends on the panel once again to blindfold themselves. Blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please?
They're going crazy with him.
All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin it all with Arlene Francis.
You in one of the performing arts?
Oui, je suis un artiste.
You call it an act?
Sure. Mr. Sir? That was in the affirmative, by the way.
Yes. May I gather from that piping that you are not a singer?
Non, je ne suis pas un chanteur. Another affirmative answer, Miss Kilgallen.
Are you then
not
what might be
affirmative,
described
those
as a legitimate actor?
Mr.
Oui?
Pigeon? Yes, that's right,
Yes,
Mr.
oui.
Pigeon.
Are you performing on the New York stage right at the present time?
I have often walked down that street before, but not now. 1 down, 9 to go, Miss Francis.
What does that mean?
He's not performing now. He used to walk down that street. Then are you in the cinema?
Quelque temps.
Sometimes, I figure that means.
Oui.
Yeah. Mr. Sir?
Does television see you with any degree of regularity?
Oui. Miss Kilgallen?
Have you 2 children?
Non, je n'ai pas un enfant, c'est une piquette. Garçon.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, yeah. 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Pigeon.
Have you a picture that has just opened recently in New York?
Oui, je pense. I think so. Miss Francis?
Would one consider you a serious actor as opposed to a comedian?
That laugh, immediately you can hear his voice.
I would say that we would consider our guest so talented that he would play either serious parts or comedy parts with equal skill. Thank you very much. That's Sir.
You sound like the kind of fellow who would tie the heroin to a railroad track and leave it there. Have you ever played a villain?
Fucking hilarious.
Oui. Miss Kilgallen?
Are you Yul Brynner?
Yul Brynner, did you say, Dorothy? No. That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Pigeon.
Are you Kirk Douglas?
Kirk Douglas. 4
Stop
down and 6 to
throwing
go,
out
Miss
names.
Francis.
Oh, no.
Come on, Arlene Francis.
Would you
got
be
it.
considered
Let's go, Arlene.
older than Rock Hudson?
Isn't everybody?
This is fucking amazing.
This meant you're not considered one of the Bobby Soxer group.
No, everybody is older than Rock Hudson. Mr. Zerf.
Can I ask you a serious question this time? Do you think you know more about art than Eddie Robinson?
Vise d'arte, vise d'amore.
Indeed, you do.
Oh, I know it's my turn, but I hesitate to say because I've been so wrong all night. Is it Vincent Price?
Yes. Indeed he is. Actually, this is a serious side of this wonderful man that very few people know. He has, as Bennett knows, and Arlene knows, and Dorothy, and I'm sure Walter do, has one of the finest art collections in these United States, and it travels all the time, even when you can't travel with it. Yes, but I'm usually traveling with it. You do travel with it? Were you so busy I thought perhaps it got away from you once in a while? What happened to But he
been
has
there,
more than that.
actually,
He
to the
has this
Vincent Price
wonderful
art
talent, but yet
collection.
he has a capacity to come and join what is, after all, a rather simple game and play it with all the enthusiasm that we find for it. And I think that, sir, is a compliment to us. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Vincent. Nice night.
That was amazing.
Well, Pamela, we haven't managed to fool you so far. Let's see if...
Guys, that was amazing, right? Oh my god, guys, that was amazing. RIP to everybody in that clip because they're all gone, but and probably everybody in that audience, which is very creepy, but you know, that's life. But man, that was amazing, right? I loved it. I totally loved that. It's so crazy that you know how I feel like, because if you guys ever start watching this show, which I highly recommend, guys, but like you could kind of gauge just how big somebody really was back then by how crazy the audience goes if they come out as a mystery guest on What's My Line. Like that's when you could tell, because the audience doesn't know who's coming out, you know what I mean? So somebody just walks out, so if they're pretty big, they applaud and go, but when it's someone like super, they go crazy, like on that one, you know. We've watched them before. I think if you've ever been in the lives, like we watched when there was one time where Lucy and Desi came out together and the crowd fucking went insane. Like, but like, man, that was so good, man. Shout out to everybody, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. You guys already know, guys. Same bat time, same bat channel, guys. Also in the description, check out my real channel, my music, guys. KTSE Weather on the way, guys. We'll be back.